So the other 360 camera that you shot that same house with was an Insta360 ONE RS 1-inch. And when and why would you use that camera? And maybe you might even compare it to Ricoh Theta Z1 as a reference.
Sure. And I think just for today's purposes and every video going forward, I'm just going to call it the 1-inch, because
the 1-inch that works. We just rebranded the Insta360 1-inch.
The name is about as long as the title of this video today. So I was disappointed in this. I had high hopes for it. It looks really cool. It comes apart in a million pieces, and you know, it looks great. The video quality of it is great, you know, but that's not related to Matterport. Just speaking of Matterport, the coloring is similar to the Pro 2 and the Pro 3, so it kind of beats the Z1 in that regard, and it blows out the Axis in that regard. But the window pulls aren't there as compared to the Z1. So I'm seeing a lot of blown out windows, which I wasn't expecting from this. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's the 1-inch sensor, but.
Well, today is Thursday, February 2nd, 2023. And according to the Matterport website, support website, this camera, the 1-inch, as you refer to it, is still in beta with Matterport. So it still may be that Matterport is tweaking it. Incidentally, other cameras that are in beta are the Ricoh Theta X, the Insta360 X3, and as we're discussing, the Insta360 ONE RS 1-inch. So I think the jury still may be out on that, because Matterport hasn't officially said we support the camera. It's just available in beta, and you're probably the first one who's actually been talking about this, the 1-inch in the We Get Around Network forum as it relates to Matterport. So aside from the color, was there any other consideration? Because the Insta3, the 1-inch, is $800 compared to the Ricoh Theta Z for $1,050. So you could save $250. Your thoughts?
Well, I did very similar scan. Instead of 81 scans with the Z1, I did 65 with the 1-inch, which included that front and backyard peak and no closets. I'll rewind and say with the Z1, I did do the closets. So that with all that, with the Z1, it was 35 minutes. And with the 1-inch, it was also about 35 minutes. So timing is very similar.
So super fast. It would save you $250, but you're still concerned about the quality. You were very happy with the Ricoh Theta Z1.
Yeah. Now, if they can dial in those window pulls, it doesn't matter maybe to some people, but to me, it's just coming from a photography world and offering real estate photos. It's kind of a big deal to have clear windows and be able to see out and not see just a white mess.
Okay, and I'll just point out, we're not really going to discuss the other options here, but there is the Ricoh Theta X at $800, which is in beta with Matterport. There is the Insta360 X3, $450. That's in beta as well. There is the Ricoh Theta SC2, which is $330. And so there are some other cameras to consider. There are other cameras that work with Matterport, but they're no longer sold. So Matterport supports them, but they're no longer available to buy them new. So we won't even talk about them, because if you're just getting started, we went through the 5 cameras. You didn't shoot the space with a Leica BLK360 first generation. When and why do you use a Leica BLK360 first generation camera?
Well, prior to the Pro 3 coming out, I would use it anytime I needed to do an outside space. And what I would do is combine Pro 2 and the BLK on a tour. I've also used it to scan at a higher level of detail, get more accurate E57 files when I'm doing industrial spaces or commercial spaces. But for residential, it was strictly, do I need to scan something outside? And so that was the determining factor. For me, the downside to it is it's just incredibly slow. I didn't have any other complaints as far as the speed of it.